BTS's Kim Taehyung, better known to the world as V, recently opened his heart to fans in a way that was both tender and deeply moving. During a live session on Weverse, held on a day that coincided with the birthday of his beloved pet dog Yeontan, V took time not only to perform songs for his fans, but also to share a moment of remembrance for the furry companion who had touched millions of lives around the globe. The session, filled with music and heartfelt words, quickly became more than just a fan interaction. It was a tribute to the resilience, love, and bond between an artist and his cherished pet V, whose real name is Kim Taehyung, has always carried an aura of mystery and artistry. But those who have followed his journey know that Yeontan, the small black Yeontan Pomeranian, was always a visible part of his life. Adopted by V in 2017, Yeontan was not just any pet. He became a symbol of warmth and companionship, often appearing in V's social media posts, live streams, and even official merchandise for fans. Yeontan was more than a dog. He was an extension of V's soul, a little friend who represented unconditional love in the midst of V's demanding idol life. During the live session, V performed a series of songs that reflected both nostalgia and emotion. He sang Daisies by Justin Bieber to Ghost by Harry Styles and What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, songs that many fans interpreted as carrying subtle connections to themes of love, loss, and searching for meaning. These performances weren't just entertainment, they were a mirror of V's emotional state as he remembered his late companion. The atmosphere was intimate, with V allowing himself to be vulnerable in front of millions watching live. At one moment, when a fan pointed out in the chat that it was Yeontan's birthday, V paused, reflected, and softly admitted that he had remembered to. With a smile tinged with sadness, he said, "I'm sure you'll know the live performance," signaling how deeply this memory lived in him. Fans, ever supportive, flooded the live chat with messages of love for Yeontan. Some wrote long paragraphs recalling their favorite memories of seeing Yeontan in past live streams, while others simply filled the screen with heart emojis and crying faces. V acknowledged the outpouring, saying he had received countless messages from around the world for Yeontan. He looked visibly touched, expressing gratitude to ARMY for continuing to send love not only to him, but also to the pet, who had become almost as famous as BTS themselves. For those less familiar with the story, Yeontan was a Pomeranian who lived a remarkable life despite severe health challenges. From early on, it was known that Yeontan suffered from chronic respiratory and heart issues. V once shared that Yeontan struggled to breathe properly, yet the tiny dog always bounced back with courage, greeting V with wagging enthusiasm and offering cuddles that could ease even the heaviest burdens. Yeontan's resilience became an inspiration, a silent reminder that even in fragile bodies, strength and love can shine powerfully. In fact, Yeontan's presence went beyond personal life. He featured on posters and even appeared in promotional materials for V's solo work. Merchandise with his image sold out quickly, proving how beloved he was not just to V but to the entire fandom. Yeontan symbolized warmth, home, and comfort, a stark contrast to the often chaotic and high-pressure world of K-pop. Fans would often joke that Yeontan was the 8th member of BTS, and in many ways, the little Pomeranian held that honorary title in their hearts. When V enlisted in the military, fans worried about how Yeontan was doing. Updates became rarer, but love for him never faded. In late 2024, during his service, V delivered the heartbreaking news: Yeontan had passed away after years of battling heart problems. The announcement left fans in tears, yet it also came with a message of gratitude. V thanked everyone for showering Yeontan with affection over the years, saying the dog had lived a happy life because of the love he received not only from the Fifth's family, but also from millions of ARMY around the world. It was an unusual yet touching moment in K-pop history. How a global fandom mourned together for a small dog they had never personally met, but deeply loved. Fast forward to this Weverse session in September 2025, and V once again brought Yeontan's memory into the spotlight. It was not done with sadness alone, but with fondness, recalling the joy Yeontan had brought into his life. As he strummed songs and shared candid reflections, fans could sense the mixture of grief and gratitude that colored his voice. It reminded everyone watching that even global superstars carry wounds of loss, and that love for a pet can be as profound and eternal as any human bond. Beyond the personal tribute, the session also connected V to his fans in India and beyond. The article notes how fans in India, in particular, have a strong connection to V, often likening him to romantic heroes from Bollywood films of the 1990s. Recently, V had been spotted wearing a t-shirt from Kartik Research, a Delhi-based fashion brand, signaling his acknowledgement of this connection. This small gesture reinforced the bond he shares with fans across cultures and continents. The Weverse Live also carried another layer of significance. It marked a rare group return of BTS after their military service. Members Room, Jungkook, Jimin, Jin, J-Hope, and Suga are all preparing alongside V for a new comeback album. The timing of V's reflection on Yeontan therefore became symbolic. It represented both looking back on personal loss and looking forward to new beginnings. With his bandmates and fans, the juxtaposition of remembering Yeontan's resilience while preparing for BTS's collective comeback was poignant. It reminded ARMY that even through loss, life continues and new chapters begin. What made this particular livestream stand out was its emotional honesty. V didn't try to hide his feelings behind humor or performance. He allowed himself to grieve openly, while also celebrating Yeontan's life for fans who have followed him for years. This was not just about mourning a pet, but about understanding the depth of V's humanity. They saw in him someone who could be both a global superstar and a devoted pet parent. Someone who could sing on the biggest stages yet still cry over the loss of a small dog. This duality is perhaps why V resonates so strongly with millions, his ability to embody both artistry and authenticity. The story of Yeontan also sparked reflection within the fandom. Many fans share their own experiences of losing pets, creating a collective moment of healing. Online platforms were filled with hashtags like #ForeverWithWhiteYeontan, #VANDTan9, and #LoveLikeWhiteYeontan, each accompanied by photos, fan art, and messages. It became a digital memorial space, uniting people across the globe who found comfort in sharing their grief and memories. In this way, Yeontan's legacy continues not just in V's heart, but in the collective memory of ARMY. As the livestream drew to a close, V thanked fans again, both for supporting him and for never forgetting Yeontan. He promised that the upcoming performances and music would carry the love and memories forward. His words resonated deeply, a gentle reminder that even when we lose those we love, their spirit remains alive in the songs we sing, the memories we hold, and the love we continue to share. BTS has always been known for blending personal stories with their artistry, and this moment was no exception. Just as their songs often speak of healing, resilience, and love, V's remembrance of Yeontan was a living embodiment of those themes. It was not only about saying goodbye to a pet, but about honoring a bond that transcended time, illness, and even death. The livestream will likely be remembered as one of V's most emotional fan interactions. It showcased the vulnerability of an artist who, despite his fame, is still a person who loves deeply, grieves sincerely, and finds solace in sharing those emotions with the people who have supported him throughout his journey. And so, Yeontan's story continues not just as a tale of a small dog, loved by one of the world's biggest stars, but as a reminder to all of us that love, once given, never truly fades. It lives on in every smile, every tear, and every song dedicated to its memory. For Kim Taehyung and for the millions who loved Yeontan from afar, this bond remains eternal.